I'm so glad we had a chance to catch up today. It's a relief to hear that your family's doing well. Oh, by the way, Lisa, I wanted to let you know that you inspired me to quit vaping.
Really? That's exciting, Sandra, and thanks for asking about my family. So how long since you quit?
Of course. So it's been about 1 long month now.
Okay.
Um, had a couple of slip ups though. So many of my routines remind me of vaping, which makes it hard for me to fully quit, to be honest.
That makes sense. Like what?
I drink an energy drink every morning for one.
Mhm.
Um, always go and step out on the porch to have my first vape of the day when I had my drink. These habits just go together in my head. It's hard to resist starting up again because my drink triggers my desire to vape. How do you handle those cravings?
You know, Sandra, I can relate. I used to be addicted to Diet Cola, and I found having one made my cravings so much worse. So what I did was I tried to find a substitute routine so I wouldn't be triggered to smoke. Basically, one thing that worked for me was to cut up fruits and vegetables for a smoothie and then or add some, that matcha powder, the one that gives you a boost. Yeah, it kept my
Yeah.
hands busy for the first critical weeks. And what it also does is it resets your brain.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thought about that before, but I wonder if maybe trying that out would give me a boost enough without the waves of craving.
I mean, you can try it, but let me know what happens. I would be really curious to see if it helps you. And you know what?
Okay.
You know what, Sandra, don't worry. This all gets better with time. You'll be amazed how rare the cravings are in a couple of months. But one thing I want to say is congratulations on quitting, Sandra. How about we do less next week with the money that we save by ditching our really bad habits? What do you say?
I think that sounds great. I would love that.
All right, cool. So we'll set something up. But one more thing. Yay, Sandra. See you
Thank you so
later.
much. I really appreciate your support.
Take
Okay,
care.
bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Sandra, that was a great Zoom workshop. Thanks for telling your success quit story to all the women who will be leaving jail soon. But I have a question about quitting I'd like more help with. Do you have a minute or two and we could talk about it?
Thank you. And yeah, sure thing. What is your question?
How do you deal with social triggers?
Do you mean the situations you might find yourself in where others are smoking, making it more tempting for you to smoke?
Exactly. Yes, it's exactly what I mean.
Okay. Yeah. So, well, honestly, this is the hardest part of quitting. I'm not going to lie. Also, the most important part. I had to make it a point to avoid the places where I used to vape while I was still getting the nicotine out of my system, which took about 2 weeks or so. So just to give you some examples, some of those places where I avoided were the bars on the weekends, get-togethers with my friends who vape, and even walking alongside buildings where I could see others smoking or vaping, and I could smell it too. Last thing I would say is something that really helped me was letting my family and my friends know, everybody in my social circles, that I was quitting so that they could help support me.
Okay. That's really helpful. Thank you. I've recently been warned that when I start going to my the face-to-face AA meetings, I need to avoid hanging outside with all the smokers during breaks. I mean, it's so hard.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. Good thing to keep in mind. One question I have for you then is, what will you do instead?
Well, my sponsor suggests that I help maybe put away the tables and chairs with her while we catch up. It'll help me with my AA commitments. And you know what? I won't feel as pressured to join in with my friends who are outside smoking and vaping. I mean, it's an idea. I think it's a really good one too. It's like, two birds.
Yeah, totally. I agree with you 100%. So now you have another strategy that works. I think that's a great idea. Is it okay? I have a question. Is it okay if I call on you to help facilitate the next video training about quitting vaping?
Oh my God, yeah, sure, Lisa. As long as I have a
Okay.
couple of weeks notice,
Mhm.
then it works with my schedule, I guess. I would be so, I would love to encourage people to quit smoking like I did. I mean, it's changed my life, literally changed my life. I'm even training for a 10K race for cancer next year. That is something
Wow.
never dreamed I could do. I mean, I feel so good.
Wow, you should be so proud of yourself, honestly. And I'm so impressed by the success that you've had so far. You look so healthy and happy. I can tell you're looking up for you. Yeah,
Thank
great
you.
job.
I feel so good. I do. I really feel good. I can't say. I mean, I wish I had like done this years ago. But anyway, thanks for all your suggestions. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely, of course. We'll take care and we'll talk soon.
Okay, take care. Bye. Bye, Sandra.
Hey Lisa, I'm so glad you were willing to take time to talk with me today about one of my clients. I really appreciate it.
Sure, Sandra. I'm always willing to help. What's up?
So basically, she quit smoking a couple of days ago. The cravings are very strong, and she's going to start smoking again. Besides craving cigarettes, she feels cranky and has trouble sleeping. What would you suggest I recommend?
Well, okay, so yeah, it makes sense. Has she considered using the nicotine replacement therapy?
Well, she keeps the gum in her cheek, but it doesn't seem to be enough for the physical withdrawal symptoms, from what she's told me.
Okay. So, at a Zoom workshop that I put on for smokefree.gov last month, I heard that even if you use nicotine replacement therapy or NRT, you might have a craving that's difficult to deal with. So I would suggest that she try using a short acting NRT like gum, plus a long acting NRT such as the patch to get past the cravings. I don't know. They're usually not that bad after a couple of weeks. Her doctor can prescribe the patch, but in my opinion, that should really help cut down on the withdrawal symptoms.
Wow, that's a really great suggestion. Thank you so much for that tip.
No worry. And also, no problem. I mean, that's great. But also, I thought of something else. I used all the tools when I quit. Okay, Sandra, the entire toolbox from quitting, from calling 1-800-NO-BUTS to the nicotine patch to lozenges, and of course the gum. Just pull it out of your toolbox whatever you need. Tell her whatever she
Okay,
needs. That's what she should do.
okay, thank you. Yeah, well, I mean, I really appreciate your tips because while I may be past my nicotine withdrawal stage in recovery, I still have those triggers, and even after a month, I every time I see somebody on TV or on the street smoking, it definitely just increases the temptation for me to pick up my vape.
So it sounds like you've got some great strategies, but Sandra, always remember hydration really, really helps. I mean, it's super important while you're in the recovery stage of quitting. If you keep ice water with lemon, wine nearby, not only will your skin glow, but it'll also keep your mouth busy.
Okay, I'm writing these down. Thank you.
Good.
As you're talking, I think I thought of a few more tips that I could add on to that list of suggestions. Some of those are knitting and filing my nails just to keep my hands busy. So
Excellent.
try
Excellent.
and get
Excellent.
creative.
Your client is really lucky to have somebody as passionate, as dedicated as you are to help. I mean, she's fighting for her freedom from addiction to nicotine. Okay. So good luck with your work in her, and I'm sure your support will make the difference to her success. And keep in touch, okay? If I can help again, please give me a call. All right?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're
Thanks, Lisa.
welcome. Bye.
Bye. So Lisa, I screwed up. I'm vaping again since last night.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you called me so I could support you. What happened last night?
Well, I texted an old boyfriend when I felt lonely last night. He says he's engaged now and his fiance's pregnant, so he needs to block me. Um, I was crushed when he first told me, and I was in my car where I found a vape, and I decided to use it because I thought that it would help me deal with my emotions. But I don't even want to get back with him. I don't even think about him very much. I'm just disappointed right now because of how easy it was for me to pick up my vape in a time of weakness. I'm just so discouraged.
Okay. I mean, I empathize for what you're going through. First of all, you're not weak. Okay. And I understand how this would be discouraging. So let me ask, do you need more emotional support or strategies to avoid the triggers in the future?
Emotional support and strategies like what?
Okay, well, for one thing, what helped me as a former smoker was to have a sounding board. Okay, 3 sounding boards that I can think of are: 1, your accountability partner; 2, the free quit coaches at 1-844-8-NO-VAPE. So let me repeat that again because I always say it fast and it doesn't sound right. 1-844-8-NO-VAPE. And Nicotine Anonymous meetings. How did that?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, those all sound really good. Nicotine Anonymous sounds intriguing. The only thing is that I don't really feel that safe being around people right now, so I don't know how I could get help with them. What would you
Okay.
say?
Well, that's okay though, because now Nicotine Anonymous has both phone meetings and Zoom meetings. So you can basically do phone and Zoom locally and around the world. I mean, you could do a Zoom meeting in London if you wanted to, since location isn't an issue online. Do any of those sound like something you would enjoy?
Yeah, it really does. The fact that it's worldwide sounds so convenient and accessible. Thank you so much for these tips. So I'm serious about getting support. I think I'll follow up today.
That's the spirit. You know what, Sandra, don't let one relapse derail your quit plan. I mean, it's a normal part of quitting. And from my experience, you'll succeed if you just stick to the plan. Okay? Don't get discouraged. Stick to the plan.
Okay. I know I'm getting discouraged, but just talking to you about it has really helped. Just having somebody to support me, it gives me strength where I can't find it myself. So I really appreciate it.
I'm here to help, and use those other suggestions I gave you. Okay? But basically, keep reaching out.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. You take care.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.